Welcome to the live replay, you guys. Today's September 23rd, and I'm just getting myself set up over here on my iPad. Welcome. Hey, Jess. Thanks for joining. Okay. We are going to continue working on July today in Ivy's bullet journal. We were just working on the memory spread, and let me pull up. I had saved a photo of, you guys wanted an open shell with a pearl in it. So I saved a picture of that so that we could do that right down here. Hey Lynn, I am doing well. How are you? What color do you guys think I should make the shell? The outside of it. Or like the top and bottom, and then there's kind of like the cushiony looking part where I'm going to put the pearl. Purple, blue, or pink. I feel like the pearl is going to have some purple to it. Like, I don't really know how to draw a pearl other than just like a circle with a little bit of a glimmer to it, which I was thinking I would use a very light purple for that. You think blue for the main part of the shell? B. Santiago. These like full year journals take me about a month. But yeah, that only means I open max one a month. So I won't have another one of these available for several weeks at least. And yeah, they do take about a month. Blue for the main part? Okay, that sounds good. Because then I feel like the inside little cushiony part would look good in pink. And then the pearl is going to have some like purple element to it. Because I feel like out of the three colors, purple is the one that most seems pearlish to me. So that's what I'm going to do, but I'm going to get an even lighter purple that kind of matches with this one. Let me grab another swatching paper. Light. Oh, these Zig brushables sometimes get like, okay, that's not that light. Let's see if I have a lighter one. Sometimes. Oh, Janice. No, I haven't done a flip through yet today, but I sure can. Okay, let's use that color for the edge of the pearl, and then we'll use some blue for the shell. But let me give you guys a flip through first. So for those of you who haven't been here in a while or who are new, we're working on a 12-month journal for Ivy to use for all of 2026. So we're in July right now, meaning we just crossed the halfway point in this journal. For January, we did this little galaxy theme in pastels, which is actually almost the exact same colors that we're using this month. A little bit different. The pink is different. But anyways, January, we did this galaxy theme with these weekly spreads. Let me know which one is your favorite as we're flipping through. And if you guys don't mind tapping the screen a few times, it helps get new faces into here for us. February, we did Valentine's desserts, which is what we got right here. Thank you so much. Valentine's desserts. Oh, yay. Thanks for making it today, Annie. March is our lemons theme, and this is my current favorite so far with the stacked calligraphy, Dutch door, and little lemon doodles. Every month, she's got a one-page brain dump and a title, a two-page calendar with a check-in section, a two-page memory spread for pasting in pictures and writing about memories and stuff, and then her weekly spreads all have a mini calendar, a notes section, space for every day, and then, of course, a title and doodles. Whoops. April, she sent a picture of two of her son's birthday cakes. One was teddy bear themed, one was dino themed, and asked that we smash them together. So that's what we've got here with this weekly layout. May, the prompt was duckies and rain, so that's what we did here. And then for June, she asked for a Hawaii theme. So we've got the Hawaiian Islands here with little like Hawaiian plants doodled throughout. And then other Hawaii related doodles on the weekly spreads. Surfboard, pina colada, palm trees, and turtles. And then what we're working on today is what we started yesterday here with her mermaid theme for July. So we did the title, we did the brain dump, we did a 2-page calendar with her check-in here in the mermaid tail, and then we're working on her memories page. We're gonna do a little open shell kind of idea in this corner here. That's what you guys really wanted yesterday. So that's what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna start with the pearl just because everything else kind of has to work around it, I feel like. So the pearl. I might add something to that eventually, but I want to at least hold the spot there. And then there's kind of this pink, like, this is what Pinterest is telling me, like a cushion looking thing. I might outline this in metallics, I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to start by coloring it with our kind of pastel version of each color. And then we'll see if we want to outline it with the metallics or not. And then for the main part of the shell, we were thinking blue. So let me see here. This part has kind of the wavy top. And then kind of curved bottoms that match each wave. Yeah, I think I want to outline this with metallics. I feel like that would help distinguish different parts. Am I using a too dark of a blue? No, I think the other one is the darker one, right? I always get these one mixed up because their names are 553 and 533. 533 is just a tiny bit darker, and that is not the one that I want to be using right now. But I've got the right one, so we're all good. Okay, and then we've got, okay, so coming out from kind of here, and then a wavy top to there. And yeah, I definitely want to go over this with metallics, I think. Or maybe just like a second coat of ink on certain parts, but I think metallic would be a good fit here. And then kind of stripes going from each low point into the center. And then we'll color that in. Oh goodness, yeah, this definitely needs metallic outline because everything's so streaky that it kind of is hard to differentiate different sections of the shell and stuff nicely. Okay, let's do that. I just started my live, Kaylee, like 10 minutes ago. So let's do a little metallic outline here for the pearl. I think I'll add a little bit more purple in there now that we've got the metallic. Then let's do for the blue. Welcome here, guys. Oh, Eve, I just started 10 minutes ago. Not long at all. Don't worry. All right, I think I'm gonna call that good for the shell with the pearl in it. And then we're gonna add a few like smaller doodles, like maybe a purple shell, a starfish or something like that. And what do you guys think? Should we bring back the light, like kind of watery looking border that we did on this page, or should we leave it borderless? Hey, Kristen. Thanks for letting me know that your journal made it to you. That's so encouraging because all of this like tariff stuff, things have been taking forever just to get through customs. So I'm really glad that at least we have some evidence that it's working, things are moving. Yes to the border. Okay. Then I'm going to do a little starfish here. And then I know that I need to color those in, but I want to doodle just a few little bubbles before I add the border or anything else. I just started like 13 minutes ago, Liz. Everyone's thinking they're late today, but nope. I literally just got on. Alrighty. There's our memories page. Hey, Shaylee. All right, so monthly spreads are done. Also, I know I said this a million times yesterday, and I'm going to be saying it again today. If you have an order waiting, just let me know that you're here, because I try to wait to personalize them until you're actually able to be here. So if you placed an order, let me know that you're here. Or if you're interested in having your order personalized on live, of course you can order now and just use the code livestream to get a discount. This is how June turned out. Memories page, weekly spreads all have a different little Hawaii doodle. A full flip through? Sure. Sure. January. Little pastel galaxy theme. Oh, no worries. I don't mind doing flip throughs. I just might not do my usual narration this time because I feel like it's getting repetitive. Whenever I flip through the themes, I find myself saying the same things. Hey, Robin. Robin, do you have another order waiting? I feel like you do. March. You guys can let me know which month is your favorite so far. You do? Okay. Well, we can personalize it for you right away if you want. Aw, thanks you guys. I'm glad you like them. Aw, Robin, I love the lengths you go to make journals work for every gift. I love it. I need to start gifting more journals in my life. Christmas gift already. June. Yeah, we were productive last week, Nicole. We made some serious headway. And then this is where we are. Mermaid month. We're about to start the weekly spreads. But Robin, if you are interested, I would personalize yours right now. Just let me pull up my website. I definitely haven't gotten used to the website setup yet for like seeing orders displayed. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, but it feels so much more inconvenient than Etsy just to like see what someone ordered. Like Etsy, you can see all like a little thumbnail and the personalization note for every order all on the orders page. But here I just like feel like I have to dig. Okay, so Robin ordered a glacier blue journal. Man, I think blue is taking the lead. I'm just noticing as I reach from my back shelf that my blues are getting low. I do have more in my closet over there, but at first brown was definitely in the lead, or sorry, espresso. Espresso was definitely in the lead for which one was the most popular. But lately, matcha and glacier have really pulled up alongside. Petal has been pretty steadily in the middle. Okay, so you were originally thinking Charms Gold C Black or Gold C in a book, but you said you changed it or you put it in the comments. Oh, you want to change. I see. I thought you meant the comments of the live. So do you already know what you want? I'm just going to start opening drawers so you can see if anything sparks your interest here. But if you already know, ooh, the gold paw print. An excellent choice. And then you want to stick with the gold C. We've got gold, pink, white, or the heart locket for C's. White sounds good. Robin, I filmed a reel of me packing up the journal that you ordered for Beth, like a teacher gift. And I edited the whole thing. Oh, oops. I need to not talk quite so much. I edited the whole thing and I don't know what is going on. I don't know if it's my internet. I don't know if it's that specific reel, but it has said like uploading to Instagram, that reel, for the past like 2 days. It's just been sitting there. Like I hit publish 2 days ago and it's still sitting there as though it's going to publish sometime, but it just hasn't. I don't know what's up with that. But I did save a copy, so like if it doesn't work now, I'll just try to do it again later. It's just confusing me that it like, I exited Instagram, I tried to update the app, I turned off my whole phone, like just trying to change something and it just wasn't working. So maybe one of these days I'll like post a surprise reel and it will finally publish at like 3 a.m. and nobody will even see it. Clear the app cache. Would that get rid of all my drafts? Because that's the thing. If I delete the app off my phone and reinstall, it would remove all of my drafts, or like if I log out or something. And I have like a bad amount of drafts, like 200 plus drafts. So I cannot lose those, which is why I'm hesitant to take more drastic measures to try to get it to stop uploading, because that's priority, that I keep my drafts. Okay, name page. You're thinking Chelsea with a bookish design. Did you have a color in mind? Do you want to go with like a light blue to match the journal? Something different? Oh, in the settings. Oh, okay. I haven't heard of that. Clearing the app cache. Hey, Emily. Thanks for joining. We're doing a journal here for Robin. She ordered another one as a Christmas gift for her sister-in-law, or cousin's wife. So I guess not actually sister-in-law, but cousin-in-law. Just choosing the name page. I can show you, I did a few name pages yesterday. Not a lot. Chelsea down the side. If you could do a color palette, almost like a night sky grading. Oh yeah, that sounds good. This is one of my favorites that we did yesterday. Nicole's with a little like goldfish and then the bubble lettering. Then she got a little puff and an N. And then on the cover, we're gonna do 2026 with some bubbles. Okay, Chelsea down the side, a color palette, almost like a night sky gradient, yes. And then doing a book and a cat doodle, sure. Let me grab my color palette here first. I think I've got all of my kind of classic night sky colors right here. This is such a deep plum. It probably looks black on camera. It is very, very deep, but it is plum. How does that sound, like kind of cycling between those three colors? I know this one's not like, you know, you wouldn't see a wine colored sky like that. It just reminds me of like a dark galaxy theme, you know? She's a big time cat. Aw. Oh, that's special, Robin. Nice. All right, and Chelsea is the name here, down the side. And then I want space for maybe a book on one side, cat on the other. So I'm not gonna go quite to the side here. Let's do... And Robin, for the letters, do you want like, the night sky colors makes me think of like kind of stars on the letters. So we could do like stars going across on the letters to look kind of like a galaxy, or we could do paw prints since there's a cat, or we could just do the white highlight on the letters. Do you have a preference for what we kind of accent the letters with? Maybe a little moon. And my next question is, do you have like specific colors, like the colors of her cat, or just a generic cat? I default to calico, but if you have a different preference, let me know. Stars and maybe a little moon. All right, and then let's do a little book doodle over here, and then we'll do a cat over here. Let me just think here. Maybe I'll use this color for the book. All right, so we're doing a moon and stars on the letters here. Calico. Okay. Well, I think I don't have a ton of space here for a cat, so I'll probably just do it kind of poking out at the edge here. So then I'll capture the calico part. Oh no. I have a long history of tragic pet passings, so sorry she had to go through that. And that is one reason why I no longer own pets. All right. Little kitty poking up from the corner here. So let's maybe just have like the head poking out. Oh, 19. Yeah, yikes, that I never had a pet that made it half that long. Unfortunately. Where's the color I like for calico? Do this one. Oh, Jessie. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your grandma. It's been a while since we've seen you. All right. Oh, the moon. Good question. Let's, honestly, I forgot about the moon. Thank you for reminding me. Let's put the moon, maybe right, put it right here or right here. I think maybe I'll do over here. Alrighty. There is Chelsea's name page. Jess, I don't think I have a preference. I'm more used to Etsy, so I'm finding that easier to navigate at the moment, but I have plenty of orders coming through Shopify, so I'm gonna have to fill those anyway, so you can do whichever. Thanks, Robin. And Robin, you bought the journal when I was doing the free cover design promo. Do you know what you'd like on the cover for her? Chelsea and a paw print. Sounds perfect. Chelsea paw print. And I know some of you guys were saying yesterday that you'd like to see the gold foil part. So I'm thinking about maybe trying to rig something up for that tomorrow night where I could do the gold foil stuff on camera. I'm not sure exactly if that will work out yet, but we shall see. Thank you so much for the order, Robin. I appreciate all of your support and all of the lovely excuses that you find to gift people these journals. It is truly so meaningful to me. I'm gonna jump back into Ivy's journal now, but like I've said before, when you're here, or when you've placed an order, if you want to place an order, just let me know that you're here so that we can pack it together instead of me doing it while you're gone. So if anyone else is interested in placing an order, you get to choose custom charms, name page, cover design, whatever. And then we'll do the personalization right here tonight so that you can see it happen on live. But for the time being, I'm gonna jump back into Ivy's journal here. Hey, Empress Reads Tea. I'm doing well. How are you? So yes, we're working on this mermaids theme for Ivy's July spreads, and we're back to this monthly spread here. So what if we do like metallic boxes? We've got 3 different metallics. It's gonna be more work to do each, to cycle through the colors, but I feel like it would look cool. So maybe let's just do it. I'll just cycle through. Where did I start that? Where did I put my ruler? There it is. 8 centimeters down. And then, what was I just gonna grab? Oh yeah, I wanted to count on the calendar. We ended off June. Oh, on the 28th. So we do need to do 5 whole weeks. We've got this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, giving myself a little bit of extra work, and we have an extra week this month. So this one we may not finish tonight, but we'll see. We'll keep trucking. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So Kristen, have you decided if you're going to use your journal right away or like wait till the new year? Do you know if you'll use it for planning or for other stuff? 3, 6, 8. 3, 6, 8. 6, 8. 6, 8. 3, 6, 8. memory only journal. Nice. I have one of those too. Planning journal, memory journal. Everything has its own journal. Yes, Sherry, we're working on July weekly spreads. Wait, did I count that right? 3, 6, 8. Yes. I looked away for a second there and that was a bad decision. 3, 6, 8. 6, 8. Oh, fun. 16th birthday. That's a big one. I remember my sweet 16. That was a fun one. Nothing crazy, but fun. And 2 concerts last week. I have been to less than 2 concerts in the last decade, so good for you. I love the idea of doing a junk journal, but it's like, I don't leave my house. Where am I gonna find this junk? It's gonna be like the same food labels all the time. Adam's peanut butter, again, in my junk journal. Blocked it out. I suppose for some, maybe 16 wasn't a fun time. For my sweet 16, I was really into volleyball. I still love volleyball, but obviously I'm not playing competitively anymore. But we had a beach volleyball court at our yard. And I had always just done like small birthdays. Like I had basically my 2 or 3 closest friends through most of junior high and high school who I would just do like a little birthday with. But sweet 16, I invited like, I think over 20, maybe 30 people from our grade of like 50 to come play volleyball. And my sister, who is just an insane foodie, made this really elaborate ice cream bar. Ice cream is my favorite food in the world. So it was just like a great night. We had a bonfire. Lots of fun. 3, 6, 8. 3, 6, 8. Oh yeah, Javaya, I literally just drew the menu for her. It was nothing fancy. It was just like printing the menu options onto a paper with white gel pen. We used black paper, white gel pen to make it look a little bit cooler, but like she just wanted them on cards there. And now she's in Italy, so she's not doing her matcha tasting food stuff at the moment. She kind of hops back and forth when she's in Canada and when she's abroad. Speaking of Sweet 16, did any of you guys watch the October video that I posted in my Instagram stories today? I got one comment or message from Anahi the other day when she watched one of my older YouTube videos and she was like, oh my goodness, your hair. And I was like, yeah, it's been through a lot. But anyways, I still remember that for my Sweet 16, I straightened my hair. That was a big deal. It took me like hours to straighten my hair, so I only did it like once a year, and that was my birthday treat to myself ahead of not frizzy hair. Oh nice, thanks you guys. I know, right? My sister's life, yeah, it sounds fun but also so stressful. Just like, I mean, now at this point in my life, I'm such a homebody. I can't imagine having to make a new home like every few months and just like pick up, move, set up your life there. take a suitcase. I know my hair, yeah, my hair's gone through some bizarre phases. It's just her job at the moment. That takes her all over. No, Emma, it's not. Having kids, the hormones just completely stomped out my curl. I still have a little bit of curl left at the end, but like if you watch basically videos going from the end of 2021 to like mid 2022, you can tell like how long I've been pregnant based on how much straight hair is growing out at the top of my scalp. Like it just worked its way down, and now I've got a couple inches of curl, or a few inches of curl left at the ends, but most of it is gone. Yeah, the visiting different places part would be cool. Oh yeah, the second one was during pregnancy, and I filmed it in like July or August or something to get ahead before I had my baby. That's why I was so tan, because I was filming my October themes in like July or August. That makes sense. I was like, why would I have been tanned for an October video? Because typically I would film that right at the end of September, when up here anyways, the UV is not really high enough to maintain a strong tan. Almost done the boxes. Just gotta do the blue posts, which I actually want to flip the journal for this one so that I don't need to have my hand off of the page for this side, because that always makes it tougher to steer straight. Oh, freckles. Nice. I get a few freckles, but nothing crazy. May, yes, I can flip back to May. I'm just gonna finish doing these lines in blue, and then we can flip back there. Aw, that sounds cute, Sherry. My kids don't get any freckles yet. I don't know if that's something they'll grow into, being only like 3 and 1. I don't know if they'll get that eventually, but Annie, where were you trying to order from? Etsy or my website? Because I know Etsy sometimes, I don't know why they do this, but sometimes seems to assume that each journal you order is going to be delivered as a separate package, which why would I do that? So they charge you full shipping for 2 separate ones. So if that's the case, if Etsy is telling you that, I will refund you whatever is not actually the shipping cost. May, you said, right? So yeah, if you're trying to order and it's showing you a shipping cost that you don't think makes sense, you can... Oh yeah, Annie, I just basically started the website because it lets me integrate directly with Purolator, which Etsy only integrates with USPS, and they just, like Canada Post, USPS, whatever your national post is, but Etsy just discontinued USPS shipping labels to Canadian businesses just because of all this tariff drama. So that's basically why I made my website, is so that Americans can still get decent postage. So if you're Canadian or something, you can order from either place, Etsy or the website, whatever is more convenient. That was May. Now we're on to our weekly spreads, and let's decide here. So let me show you what we did the last time we did this weekly layout, which was March. We had to choose like how we wanted to lay out this top part. That's a funny slip up. Maybe it's just because I have young boys that I find that so funny. I had to decide how to lay out this part. Okay, this part. So we could have done like heading fill up the whole one side, and then have like notes and a calendar over on one side. Or, oh, I can't remember what the other options were that I said. Does anyone remember how else we had thought about laying this out? Now my mind's just on my fart slip up. Okay. That's great, Kaylee. Yeah, you can definitely feel the mom of two boys coming through when saying fart sends me into a laugh attack. Okay, let's see here. So we're trying to decide how to arrange this. So far, the only font that we've brought into this theme is our color changing calligraphy with the metallic drop shadow, which I feel like is a perfectly suitable font to use as a big heading up here. So some ways that we could do it. Should I start a poll? Maybe I should. We could... Wait, what? What's going on with TikTok? New TikTok version that's only the US? Don't say that. We could do, yeah, like the same type of thing. Stack the heading over here. July would work just fine. Calendar and some little like shell doodles or something. And then notes over here. Or we could change it up. We could just do like big July with some like shells, like small shells around it, and then have like notes and a calendar. The calendar is pretty small, so we could just fit it over the one side. Other options, we could put July across both pages and then have a calendar on one side and notes box on the other. Let me start a poll and then just describe some options to you guys so that we can actually lock one in while I do all the dates. This is a little bit early. I don't really need to be doing a poll yet, but it's on my mind, so we're just gonna do it. Okay, so we're trying to decide how to lay out this top portion for July. So this is the theme. These are the doodles, the colors that we're gonna carry over into here. Option one is to do it just like March. Stack July, calendar and doodles, notes box over here. Option two is to just fill this whole side with just July and some doodles. Have the notes box here, calendar box over here. That was option two. Option three is to have July go kind of across the middle here, put a calendar on one side, a notes box on the other, and just kind of sprinkle little doodles as we see fit. And then option four is going to be similar to kind of like option one and two combined. So option four, we would stack July here, but then have a bigger doodle like a mermaid tail or the big open shell or something, and then still put the notes box and calendar together on one side. So let me say those one more time. Option one, stack July, same thing, doodles in a calendar, notes section. Option two, fill this with July with some small doodles, and then have this part be notes and a calendar over here. Option three, July going kind of from here to here, calendar and doodles, notes. And then option four, stack July, space for a bigger doodle like a mermaid tail or an open shell, and then notes and calendar. Those are the options. Go ahead and put those up in the poll. I'm going to start numbering for the month, and I want someone on standby with the calendar making sure that we don't get off track, because that is now what happens in my nightmares. Okay, so Monday would be the 29th. Yes, 29th, 30th. Let's do 29, 30, 30, oh, 31, 2. So this is always Monday. If someone can keep me on track, making sure all the Mondays are right. 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm paranoid that nobody is, so I'm just going to check back anyways. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Tie for 2 and 3. Okay, wait, Paige, which one did you say you were going to vote for? Because Paige being a moderator, she can't actually vote in the poll, so her vote will break the tie if hers was for one of those. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yes, July has 31 days. 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, but that was June that I did the 30th for. Right? Are we on the same page with that? This part was June. 29 and 30 came from June. Then we started with July right here. The first day of July is a Wednesday. And right now we're on 20, being a Monday. Yeah. 21, 22, 23. Oh, I feel like I should be putting another one here. Oh no, I'll do that one blue because I'm matching all the colors. 24, 25, 26, 27. Wait, did Paige say? Oh, Paige said 3. Okay, so then 3 wins. That's the one where it went across the middle, right? 28, 29, 30. Right? The 31st then is a Friday. Is that true? Yes. Okay. I think we're good then. 28, 31. Thank you, guys. 21, 24. Oh, tell me about it, Sherry. Classic. Oh, Paige, that's awesome. Well, yeah, Kristen just got hers today, which I'm just so excited to finally see movement on that side of the border with journals arriving. Because it has been a little bit slow. 33. So this was 1. Did I? I don't think I did. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 21. Oh, no worries, Janice. No worries. 26. 7, 28, 29. 1 and 2 of August. Dipping into August already. Yay, Emily, I hope yours gets to you soon. Monday. Oh yeah, Sherry, what kind of mistake did you make? How did you... Oh, putting up your monthly calendar on my weekly page. Oh, yeah. Yeah, been there. Where did I put the top brick of my stamp tower? Oh, hid it behind everything. There we go. Welcome here, you guys. This is quite a big group today. Are any of you guys here for the first time? Put a little emoji if you're here for the first time. And actually, if you're here for the first time, you can let me know if you use a journal already or no. Like if you are into bullet journaling or if you're just kind of peeking in, but you don't actually bullet journal yet. Gonna use the one for 2026. Oh, nice. Fun. Welcome here, you guys. Thanks for coming. It's always so nice to see. I mean, we've got a lot of familiar faces in the chat, which is always great because I like connecting with you guys, but it's always exciting when we actually get new people. Oh yeah, well, it's going to be ugly for a bit before it gets pretty. My first journal was so ugly, and that's why I quit. But when I tried again, I improved very quick because I was a lot more intentional with it. Oh, thanks, Tropical. Ivy had her baby, yeah, not this past weekend, but the weekend before. She is not here today, as far as I know. But I'm hoping that she can come in the near future because I would love to do like her charms and her cover design, her name page, so that we can see all of that for a while before we actually have to send her journal off. But yeah, I'm not sure when she'll make it next. Oh, cool, Kelsey. Okay, yeah, that's how I started. That's one of the reasons why I failed at bullet journaling the first time is because I just used a journal that wasn't actually meant for bullet journaling and everything just looked so much worse that when I finally got like an actual bullet journal with the nice thick pages, I had a lot more fun. Aw, J. Rico Reads. Thanks for coming out of the shadows. You're funny, Jabaya. Oh yes, sorry, Nat. Yes, these are my handwriting. And they are starting production this week. They've been sold out for months, but we're producing more starting this week. I don't know yet what that means as far as like launch date. I'm working with another small business called Contact Crafts. They're the ones who actually 3D print these. But they are in production. We're still figuring out logistics with like packaging and when they'll be available and if just they're gonna stock them or just I'm gonna stock them or all of the above. But anyways, there are more in production and like a bunch of new sets, which I'm so excited for. I'm especially excited for, I made like stacked calligraphy months of the year to be like your title page. And what I'm really excited for with having that in stamp form is that then you can like, you know, use markers and like color on the stamp in like a gradient and then stamp it on and you'll get like this really cool like actual ombre effect instead of the kind of fake ombre that I do sometimes with my markers. So I feel like that's gonna look really fun. But yeah, I'm most excited for those. And then there's also some doodle sets. There's some more headings, a rerun of the days of the week, months of the year, and possibly an alphabet set. I'm not sure yet if we're gonna do that now or save that for a different launch. But very exciting. So the price is actually fixed by Contact Crafts. Well, I should say their price, which I wouldn't want to charge much different, you know, like, because they sell them on their site and then I obviously can, oh, puzzle piece. Oh, that was a close one. I obviously get them for a, you know, discounted rate, not like the retail price on their website. But I would probably want to charge a similar amount to them just to keep it consistent because I don't want to take all of their traffic away to only buy from me by making them cheaper, but I also don't want to make them more expensive because it doesn't really make sense. But yeah, that's what I was thinking is it would be really nice to be able to have the stamps here so that if you're already planning to get a journal, it's just one order, one shipping, like payment, you know, instead of having to buy from two separate spots. But it is just difficult with the tariffs because Contact Crafts is in the US, and now in retaliation, kind of, Canada has tariffs on US goods coming in, and then I'm in Canada, so I'd be sending them back to you. They could get double tariffed. I'm looking into like small business certifications to exempt me from tariffs, but we're still figuring all of that out. Okay, we've done this. The one that won was to put July like this, stretched across the middle, and then have the calendar on one side and the notes box on the other. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that. I'm gonna go in with blue first. So I'm gonna make the letters nice and big. J here. Thanks, Matt. Oh, my favorite spread so far in this journal. I feel like I need to say the March title page. I feel like that's so boring of me because we did such a similar theme in Janelle's journal and it was my favorite for the entire journal, and now we have a similar one and it's my favorite again, but it's boring, but it's honest. Let me show you. For those of you who haven't seen it, this is my favorite spread in the journal. Wait, what happened? Did I miss something? Oh. Whenever I just try to catch up on comments, I accidentally start typing a comment on my iPad. Yes, I can show all of them to you. So this is a 12-month journal for 2026, and we're in July, so we are just crossing that halfway point. January, we did this little galaxy theme in pastels. This is what it looks like with the fun, like, galaxy sort of lettering. And then these are the weekly spreads for January. Oh, January is your favorite. Nice, Paige. February, we have this little Valentine's dessert theme. Well, Nikki, yellows and greens and browns, honestly, are my favorite colors. Like, softer than, like, this is not how I would use green and brown in my own journal, just like how bright it is. But this is like right in my wheelhouse here. March, my favorite page, and every month Ivy requested a brain dump, title page, 2-page calendar with a check-in section, and a 2-page memory spread to paste in pictures, paste in other little mementos, and then journal about the month. And then these are the weekly layouts for March. Every weekly layout has the same elements, but it's just laid out differently. So the days all have a spot, a title, and some doodles, and then a calendar with the current week highlighted and a notes box. Those are all of her like non-negotiables. The mustard, yeah. Yeah. And then April was inspired by 2 birthday cakes of her sons. One was a teddy bear theme, one was a dino theme, and she asked us to combine those. Aw, thanks you guys. Then we had May, which was this cute little ducky month. Weekly spreads for May. Oh, hey Alex. Oh, I should have brought my journal down. Alex, I finally joined Pom Pom Club myself. I've always been like a huge advocate, but I've never actually been in the club, so here I am. Oh yeah, the theme for June was Hawaii. That's why we have the Hawaiian Islands, and we brought in some other little Hawaii elements as we went through the month. And then July, what we're currently working on is this mermaid theme. We did the title page, we did the brain dump, and the calendar with the check-in tail yesterday. And then today we just completed the memories and we're working on the weekly spreads. Oh yeah, Hank. Pom Pom Club is not actually a real club, but okay, I shouldn't say that. Sorry, Alex, I didn't mean to offend you. We have these pom-pom charms that you can order. Like when you just order an empty journal from me, you can still choose personalizations like charms, a custom name page, and then cover designs like this. And so Pom Pom Club is everyone who gets a pom-pom charm because they've been our favorites for a while. And I've always just done them for other people's journals, but I finally started my own journal of this new collection and decided to do a pom-pom for mine. All right, let's do this. How long does it? A full journal like this usually takes me about a month, but it really depends what other things I have going on. I am a stay-at-home mom of 2 little boys, and I don't really have extra childcare, so this is strictly a nap time and nighttime side hustle, so I give whatever time I can to custom journals amidst all the other things that need to be done. Oh, Nikki, I'm sorry. I take it back immediately. Just didn't want to make other people feel excluded, you know? And all of those personalizations that you just saw, I do right here on live. So if you're interested in a journal, these are 192 pages. They've got nice thick paper, so you can double up on your marker strokes and there's no issues with bleeding through or anything like that. And then we will personalize them for you right here and now. You can choose all those different elements and we'll do it live. Sorry, I was just trying to scroll through comments to see if I missed any questions. I'm often just looking down at my papers, so if you're asking a question and I don't answer the first time, I'm not trying to ignore you, I just am looking downwards and not at my comments, so you can keep asking it until myself or someone else answers it for you. Okay, done with that. Yes, I do sell these. This one is for Ivy, a customer of mine. Oh, people are asking about the price. So the price for these depends, number of months, your currency, if you're using a discount code, all of that. It's really not a straightforward answer, but just because of the sheer amount of time that it takes, it is hundreds. I do have a pre-made bullet journal that is going to be launching in about a month is the goal. And that one still has all hand-drawn designs by me, but it's mass-produced instead of just, you know, one journal at a time. So if this is your thing, but you're not able to, you know, I only list one of these every 4 to 6 weeks, so I can't do very many. You know, I don't even do a dozen a year. So the pre-made journal is a great fit for those cases. And then, of course, I have the empty journals as well, which is what I'm using for this journal. Emma, what type of custom design? I can show you some that I have done in the last couple of days. So the custom elements are the charms you can choose, and then you can choose a name page as well. You can choose your colors, your like style of name, your doodles, all of that. And then what I haven't done yet on that journal is you can also choose a gold foil cover design. So all of them have the bow, and then you can choose what you want for the rest of your cover design. So those are the different custom elements. Yeah, I do have other examples that I can pull out to show you, or you can scroll through some of my TikToks. I share a few every week of ones that I've kind of customized that week. Advice for learning calligraphy? Yes, I do. My main piece of advice, okay, I say that and then I think of like 4 main pieces of advice. One main piece of advice is to practice, like it's gonna take practice. And then my next one is to think of it as drawing and don't think of it as writing. It is not like cursive. You're not like trying to rush from one side of the paper to the other. You're doing a lot more up and down movement and treating it like drawing shapes. Pick up your pen often. Don't feel like, you know, in cursive where you keep your pen down the whole time. And then just remember thick down strokes, thin up strokes. But I can do a little demo of what I mean by that, or like some cheater calligraphy too, if that would be helpful. Oh yes, I could do a title like reading journal or something instead. Yeah, totally. Thank you guys for all the likes. I really appreciate that. A cheater calligraphy demo? Totally. Crayola Super Tips, is that a common marker type that you guys have, or what type of marker would you be using? Where to shadow? So you're supposed to like kind of choose a light source, and then everything that wouldn't get light shone on it casts a shadow. But I guess my light source would be up here. I just always do the right side and bottom of a stroke. That's how I decide. I just do it the same every time so that I don't need to think about it. Yeah, no worries, Paige. Oh, you did, Sherry? How's it going? need to make another version of that. I feel like, yeah, I titled it my basic workbook on purpose with the intention of doing an advanced workbook, and then I just haven't. I've always had other things demanding my time. Yes, I do sell them. And if you're interested in getting one today, we will personalize it right here and now for you, and you can use the code livestream to get a discount. Decent. Okay, good. Okay, let's do a pause here to do a cheater calligraphy tutorial. Paige, or whoever else is trying to follow along, can you just let me know in the comments what type of marker you're using, like Crayola Super Tip, regular Crayola, a brush pen? Just let me know what kind of marker you're using. In the meantime, Geraldine, I'll flip through all the spreads for you. This is a 2026 12-month journal for Ivy. So we did this little galaxy theme in pastels first. Super Tips and the Tombow. Okay. These are the weeklies. Crayola Super Tip. Okay, I'll probably do a demo with that then. Super Tips, yes. February, sorry, is Valentine's desserts. Donuts, cookies, that kind of thing. Okay, so if you're just learning, Tombow is definitely more challenging, or just like brush pens in general, just because of the huge variation that you can get in like how thick your stroke is, and you really just have to pressure sensitivity. It takes a lot of work. Ooh, alcohol brush markers, interesting. Those won't really work in a bullet journal, but I'm sure they're lots of fun. I love how how alcohol markers work. They just unfortunately are not bullet journal friendly, but they look beautiful. I will do a demo then with Crayola Super Tips, because it sounds like lots of people are using that. May, we did this little ducky theme. I use a variety, lots of Tombow dual tip brush pens at the moment, but I always recommend Crayola Super Tips, especially for beginners, because they're easier to use and they are a lot more budget friendly than most brush pens. And I love the colors, the Crayola Super Tips colors. All of my favorite colors of Crayola Super Tips have long since run out of ink, and I've never replaced them just because, like doing what I do, I'm very fortunate that I am gifted lots of markers, so that's what I use, is just what I've been gifted. But I would be buying and using Crayola Super Tips if this was coming out of my own pocket, because these markers are so pricey. Okay, let me do a little demo then with a Crayola Super Tip of cheater calligraphy. So for cheater calligraphy, we're going to completely ignore what I was saying before with like the thick upstrokes, or sorry, thick downstrokes and thin upstrokes. We're going to completely ignore that for cheater calligraphy. We're just going to do all of our strokes at whatever pressure level naturally comes out of your hand. So we're just thinking about the shapes of the letters and not about when to push with what type of pressure, you know? So we're still going to do all the same strokes and stuff. So let's just start with A, unless you have a specific word you're looking for. And I pick up my marker all the time. Anytime you're changing momentum, pick up your marker. Give yourself a fresh start. So we're starting off with kind of the body of the A, then we'll do the tail. And you're always wanting to curl up and out so that you're ready to connect to the next letter. And then for cheater calligraphy, the next step is to identify which strokes are down and which are up. So I would just like trace along the line gently, and wherever you find a downstroke, thicken that up. So thicken that part up, trace up lightly, thicken this part up, trace up lightly. So that's cheater calligraphy versus how I would do it with normal calligraphy, where I'm just changing the pressure as I go. And then for B, you can start with a straight down stroke, or you can start with more of like a swirl. But we're going to keep it all one pressure level and pick up your marker when you get to the bottom of that stroke. And then starting from the very bottom there, come back up, bring it down and curl around to connect to the next letter. And basically how you change your font is just you make certain elements of the letter bigger or smaller. So here I chose to make that loop bigger and add a loop up there. Same like movements, but a very different font. And then again, you're gonna go through and thicken up everything where you're moving down, thin upstroke, thicken up the downstrokes, just like that. So thin upstroke, upstroke, thicken up the downstroke, thin upstroke, thicken up where you go down. And then again, always moving up and to the right at the end of a letter so that you're ready to connect to the next one. Is that helpful? Do you want me to keep going, or is there a certain word that we should do and then be done? How do you connect? Oh yeah, so I would just do, so next letter being C, just make sure that your C connects there. I still always pick up at the end of a letter, even if I'm going to connect to another one. So thicken up that downstroke. Someone asked for G. Okay, so G, you're gonna do the same body shape as you just did for A. Pick up, go down, and you can make that kind of bottom part of the G big or small, whatever look you like. Thicken up that stroke where you go down, thicken up that where you go down. And like you can treat it like a coloring book. Like you can just give yourself some outlines, like outline that and then color it in. Like if you're still not quite getting the weight yet, you can cheat as much or as little as you want with the cheater calligraphy. You guys are asking for an F and an S. So F, let's see. You can do F. F is a tricky one to do because it doesn't stop momentum, I guess, until you get there. But it's kind of an all-in-one shot kind of letter. So you got to do the main shape, and then you could pick up before doing that part, and then again, you'll just thicken up that one downstroke, everything else is an upstroke. Thicken that part up, everything else is an upstroke. Oh yeah, double S. So there's two main ways that I do my S's. One is basically like a printed S, but then you curl it around to connect to the next letter. And then this kind of curving stroke is what you're going to want to thicken up. And then the other one is to take more of like a cursive style S. So more like this. Oh, whoops, that wasn't cheater calligraphy. More like that, and then thicken up that part. O's or C's. Oh, I love O's. So O, you can basically just do a printed O and then do like a small loop to connect to your next letter. Thicken that up. Or you can start your stroke a little bit lower and then do a bigger loop to connect to your next letter. And we're gonna thicken up here, thicken there, and connect to the next letter. Small letters. Oh, lowercase. Is that what you mean? I was like, I feel like I vary the size in my journals, but you just mean lowercase. H. Oh, you say capital H? Capital H, I would do a few, oh, whoops, that wasn't cheater again, but just make that thin and then thicken it. I would do it either like this kind of thing or like that. I usually do the first option, but I like both of them. I very often choose to do lowercase letters just because I like how they look better for most of them. Sometimes I'll do uppercase. What letters would I default to uppercase? I do like uppercase R's often. For starting a word, I feel like they look better than a lowercase R, but I'll just do it like that and then thicken that up and that, and then a little bit there. That's how I would do my uppercase R. Yes, I put a lot of pressure on the downstroke, but I always put my marker on its side. You never want to be like pushing on the tip of your marker, especially if you're using a brush pen. Make sure you've got a very like 45 or even less if your hand can achieve it, degree angle so that you're not destroying the tip. Oh, thanks guys. I would never ever in my life do an uppercase Q. I would always choose lowercase. Or I would just do like a major cheater like this kind of thing and then thicken that up. But I would never do a like calligraphy or a cursive style Q. Yes, okay. And then I would thicken that up before even moving on. And basically just like R, but with a shorter, like not a loop at the top. That's how I like to do my Ks. I'll be honest, K has never been my favorite. It's gone through a lot of like waves in how I've done it because I change it a lot. Lowercase R's. I really like lowercase R's. I feel like you can do a lot with them. You can make them either like very flat like that. And then this right here is your only downstroke, so you'll want to thicken that up. Or you can go up and add just a small little part there and then go down. Or you can make them really loopy and do something like that. I like doing R's. N. Yeah, so N, you're gonna start with just a short little downstroke. Go ahead and thicken it up right away. Starting from the very bottom, you can make your loop smaller like that, or, sorry, your bump, not your loop, or you can make it like big and kind of bouncy like that. Just the size that you choose to make things is what's gonna completely change like the font and the vibe of your letters. Okay, I'm gonna do O, J, and P. Sherry, I would never do an uppercase P. Well, I would never connect it to the next letter. Because I don't think you even do that in cursive, do you? With P? I feel like that's one of the few letters that you don't actually connect. Am I right? Maybe I'm wrong. But I would just do that. Or a lowercase p. And then connect it. Okay. Oh, I already did O. J. And I just did R as well. R is right here. O is here. Yeah, last name starts with a P. Yeah, I just wouldn't connect it. Or I would do your name in entirely lowercase, which is what I often end up doing. Lowercase O and R I did. Okay, Z. Z I would do more like cursive. So you kind of have your bump like that to like kind of the baseline. And then just curl it around like that and then thicken up there and there. And M is gonna be just like N, but add an extra bump. So a short little stroke, pick up your marker, start from the very bottom, and then M is the most fun when you choose to either make the first bump tall and the second one smaller, or vice versa. First one small, second one taller. So let's do first bump tall, stop again, and then starting from the bottom, second bump smaller, curl up to connect to the next one. Connect an E. Yeah, E is a little bit awkward to connect because basically I would do my E like that if I wasn't connecting, but then when I am connecting, I just go out to the side more. Oh yeah, sorry. Wait, to the right? Oh, yeah. I can. Usually my problem is bringing you guys too far to the right accidentally. All right, I hope that was helpful, you guys. There will be a replay of this posted on YouTube tomorrow if you want just like another look at how we formed the letters. But yeah, calligraphy, it definitely takes practice, but it really doesn't need to be as hard as you think. You can do the cheater method that I've been doing and not worry about the thick downstrokes, thin upstrokes. That's how I started. So much easier to learn. And then it helps you actually identify, you know, as you're going over and retracing all your downstrokes, it helps you to identify which letters are even supposed to be a downstroke or which parts are supposed to even be downstrokes, so that when you're actually ready to do like real calligraphy, you know, don't need to think about it on every single letter. And also if you're just beginning, a felt tip like this is going to be a million times easier to maneuver than a brush tip like this, because there's just so much variability. That it takes a lot more practice to get used to the pressure adjustments that you need to make with such a flexible tip. Anyways, let's keep going with July here. I'm gonna stamp on the calendars, I think. No problem. Happy to help. We've got 4 days across the top. That would be this one here. Oh, Austin, I wish, you know what I did yesterday? So I've been having weird little glitches with things uploading and downloading. Like I was talking about, I made that reel of a custom order that Robin placed, and I made a reel of me doing it instead of doing it on live. Whoops. So I was trying to upload that, and it's just been uploading to Instagram for like 2 days. So anyways, yesterday I was trying to download the replay, and it was doing a similar thing. Like it was telling me that it was downloading, or that it was downloaded, and just kept saying that, but it was not showing up in my photos. So I hit delete on the TikTok app, which I thought I was deleting my download progress so that I could restart, because I had been waiting like over an hour of it saying that it was downloaded, but it wasn't. But apparently I didn't delete my progress. I just deleted the entire video from existence. And I talked to ChatGPT, I Googled it, and TikTok does not archive live videos that are manually deleted. So that's why there's no replay from yesterday, unfortunately. I was really hoping to put that one up because the mermaid theme turned out even better than I expected, and it's such a nice, simple one that I would love to share with you guys. But yes, I totally will, Mary Jane. I'm just going to do that right at the end because the white gel pen is very juicy, and so if I do the highlights now, I won't be able to continue flipping and putting pressure on that page because it will smear the white gel pen all over the place. So that's always the last thing that I do, is the white gel pen. All right, that's on. I'm gonna do little like water type blobs for the notes box, and then I think I'll just pink calligraphy it in like I did over here. Where's my blue for my water? Let's just do that. And then I am gonna add little like seashells and small doodles and stuff around the rest of the page. And we will highlight the week on the calendar. The stamps unfortunately are sold out at the moment, but great news is we're beginning another production run, so they will be available. I just don't have an exact date on that. So they will be linked as soon as they can be, but right now they're still out of stock. All right, let me add some doodles here. Let's do a starfish. Oh, good night, Janice. Thank you so much for joining. It will be on tomorrow afternoon is my plan. Should do like a mermaid tail on one of these pages. Let's do a mermaid tail poking in over here. I'll use blue to draw the rest of the tail. Bacon and eggs. I didn't even watch those videos before linking them, so I completely forgot that the bacon and eggs was one that I did in one of those. Nice. Yeah, those are easy. Quick little breakfast theme. Add a croissant or some toast. Those are also fun little easy doodles. Let's do one of these. Oh, I forgot to draw the little like lines in the tail. Good night, Jess. Thank you so much for joining. Sorry, designed cake calendar books. I do sell bullet journals like this one, if that's what you mean. These are all the different weeks in July. So this is a custom bullet journal for my customer Ivy. So we've done all of the months of 2026 up until July. And then right now we're doing all the weekly spreads. So we did her title, brain dump, calendar, check-in box, memories page, and then we're doing all the weeklies at the moment. And let me do some coloring. We are getting close to being done these weekly spreads. So we definitely will finish them today. I wasn't sure at first. Thanks, Jules. Did I skip some blue ones there? I feel like that was not 5 pages. Was it? Okay. Well, I'm just speedy. Thanks, Jack. Oh, her pick for August. That's a great question because I don't remember. Let me pull up her form here on my iPad. Subscription plan updates. That is not what I want. I just want to see what I already wrote down here. Oh, August is her birthday month. So I should message her. She just put birthday as the theme. So I don't know if that means she wants like, you know, just like birthday cake, birthday party sort of doodles, or if, you know, if we can be a little bit more flexible with that. One time for someone's birthday month, I did a little snail whose shell was a birthday cake. That was cute. I'd do that again sometime. But yeah, I should definitely message her tonight before we start the birthday theme so that she can specify anything extra that she wants to add for that prompt. Yeah, Funfetti one was pretty cute. I liked the color palette for that one. All right, and this is this week. Yes, Natka. Do you mean specifically like specific colors that I'm using this for this theme, or just generally the types of markers that I like to use, like Tombos and whatever? You did, Annie? Oh, I need to figure out how to arrange my notifications for Shopify, because I thought that I turned those on everywhere on my iPad, on my phone, but I have been seeing nothing. There it is. Anne has an order. Oh, yes. Well, Anne, we can totally do them tonight if you want to. I've still got some stamina left here. I am going to finish July 1st, but that is very, very close to being done. What do you mean, Yeeter Bium? Months aren't something that change frequently? These are weekly spreads for July. I'm confused. Oh, the brand. What type I recommend? For a beginner, I recommend Crayola Super Tips. For myself, currently, I use a lot of Tombow dual tip brush pens. That's not really because I think they're better. That's just what I've been gifted from brands, which I am very, very thankful for. But I love Crayola Super Tips, and that's what I always recommend. Yeah, thank you guys. I was just doing the same heading that we did for check-in, but that's not the right heading. Oh, y'all. Well, now you'll find out what I do if I make a mistake, because I just wrote the wrong heading on that week. I think this might be a fine time for a white gel pen cover-up. What do you guys think? I feel like I could get away with it because it's not that big. But yeah, sorry, Natka, to continue. My strategy when I started was I bought the Crayola Super Tips, and then I've just kind of used other brands like Tombow to fill gaps within the Crayola Super Tips. Like, they didn't have a lot of like very light colors. And that's what I use a lot of, like a very soft, like light gray that I use as the drop shadow for all of my lettering, and like a really soft blue. They had nothing like this, so I kind of filled the gaps with Tombow dual tip brush pens. Oh, cool. Yes, this is a Pentel Fude Touch brush pen. You would just leave check-in? Really? Are you just trying to go soft on me so that I don't have to cover up mistakes? Okay, let me do some bubbles all over. Okay, yeah, options for the cover-up operation here would be to just leave it, to write notes and fix with white gel pen, or to like fully cover it up, which will be the most obvious way to cover it up, is if we fully cover it up like with acrylic markers or something like that. I'm totally on board for fixing it. That's what I would have done too. All right, let's fix it. Ivy's not here right now, but I'm team fix it as well, and I see it's pretty split in the comments, so we're gonna default to fixing it. And I'm thinking just a white gel pen cover-up job should be fine. The white gel pen is Languo. Let me show you. All right, so we need to do all of the white gel pen work now anyways, but here, for those of you who are just coming in, this is the problem. I wrote check-in, mimicking what I had done on the calendar page in pink Pentel brush pen instead of notes, which is what the heading is supposed to be. So we're gonna change this check-in to say notes. And basically how I do that is I overlap as much of the word as possible, the new word with the old word. So I'm gonna put the N right over the H, naturally. I'm gonna put the O right over the E. They have quite a bit of overlap. I'm gonna line up the T with the curve of the C and the stroke across with the top of the C. The E and the K won't match up super well, but we're still gonna line them up a bit. And then the S is gonna overlap a little bit with the K. All right, so right now it just looks like a jumbled mess. But I'm gonna take the white gel pen and just color over everything that is not part of my new word. So my new word is notes. I'm gonna cover over the C and the top part of the H. And we wanna cover anything that makes that look like an E and that look like a C. And this. And then I'm gonna go over the pink parts one more time so that like you can kind of tell where things overlap, you know, because the original part that I've gone over twice now is darker. So we're gonna go over it again on all of the parts that have only been gone over once, just to try to match them a little better. Okay, and now it says notes. Just want to cover up that part a little bit more because it's not quite satisfactory, but there we go. So not perfect. You can tell it doesn't look exactly like the other notes ones, but it definitely doesn't say check-in, so it's an improvement. Okay, and then let's do everything else that we wanted to do with white gel pen on this page. And Anne, if you are game to personalize your journals, I would totally do that right now. We're not going to start August in here anyways, because it's her birthday month and I want to confirm her birthday theme preferences with her before we start it. But I don't feel like I need to get off right now, so we can totally pack your journals if you're up for it. And I need to let the white here dry before I can flip and mash it down to start writing on this page anyway, so we kind of have a natural break here. Okay, perfect. Ooh, 2 matcha. This is the first time I've gotten an order for 2 of the same color of journals, which I have no reason to keep track of that, but just what came to mind. Yes, Natka, we're gonna personalize Anne's orders, or do you prefer Anne or Annie? I don't know if she's actually seen the Hawaii theme yet. I have no idea if she is watching any of the replays these days or not. Okay, and so Anne, for your charm, you said ice, coffee, and green pom-pom. Let's start with that journal order. Do you want to see any other charms, or do you already kind of have your, you know what you want because you've seen them all before? Okay, Anne. So I don't actually have one that's explicitly iced coffee. These are my 2, well, I guess 3 coffee options. They have 192 pages. These are my 3 coffee options. And then you mentioned a green pom-pom, which I have in 2 colors, 2 different greens. Whoop. So you can let me know 1, 2, or 3 for the coffee charm, and then maybe lighter or darker for the green pom-pom. Sorry, these guys are just rolling all over the place. I might put this down so that I can stop chasing them around. Yes, Letters with Lambs, they are 192 pages, 160 GSM, nice and thick. You won't have any bleeding and ghosting. And yeah, you can choose different personalizations that we'll do together here. I know the left pom-pom matches perfectly, and I only have 1 more. I need to buy more. Oh, never mind. That's the last one. Whoops, I thought I had one. Oh yes, beach instead of coffee, absolutely. I've got a bunch of different shells. Let me put coffee out of the way. Oof. So I've got the little turtle, and then I have a bunch of different types of shells. So I'll just kind of pull out a few. And if you see something that I have pulled out that you like, you can say the number. Or if you see something that I haven't pulled out, but you want me to grab it, you can try to describe it to me so that I can get it for you. The turtle, cute. And so which pom-pom would you like? This one definitely matches the journal closer. This one matches the turtle shell closer. You can just say 1 or 2. I know, the turtle's a cutie, and now we're only down to 1 turtle. Number 1. Okay, that's the last light green pom. I definitely need to get more. So Laura, do you mean like the full custom where I draw on every single page? Because those I only open 1 at a time, so there is none in stock right now. But if you mean this, where I just personalize like smaller elements of it, like your charms, your cover, your name page, that you can get just by ordering one of my empty journals. So you should see each color has its own listing on Etsy. The green one, blue one, pink one, and brown one. Ugh, drop that. Within Canada, I use Canada Post, yep. Well, I shouldn't say that. If you order through Etsy, it's so annoying right now because I basically started using a website so that I could offer a better shipping option to Americans. So I used to just use National Post, whatever your country is. But now if you order through Etsy, it will be Canada Post. If you order through my website, it will be Purolator. And Canadians can do either, but Americans I only have open on my website right now because Etsy has discontinued USPS shipping labels for the time being. I love having the extra pliers. So Laura, I only do 1 at a time, and it takes 4 to 6 weeks. So it'll be at least another 3 weeks before I open up another one. Could be months. To be transparent, just depending what my workload is like at that point, with pre-made journals arriving and stamp sets being in the works and all that kind of stuff. So whenever it ends up being, I always talk about it here, but have the more like formal announcement on Instagram where I can do like a countdown. It's just first come, first serve. I guess maybe now that I have a website, I should have like a little place where you can sign up to get notified about that. My website is incredibly bare bones right now because I just wanted to get something out there to work better for American customers. I've tried doing a website before, but Etsy just makes everything so easy. Okay, we've got your charms on there, Anne. I'm trying to remember which one you said you prefer, and you said Anne. I know it now. Name page Suzanne in teal or green. To match the doodles, the theme is seaside or beaches. Ooh, okay. So teal or green, let me grab a paper here. Jessica, the price is going to depend on what level of personalization you get. So the easiest way to know what the price will be for the exact thing that you want is just to go through the checkout process and then see what it totals up to with shipping and all of that. Okay, so you said green or teal. Let me grab a few options here. Oh, thanks, Laura. Oh, perfect, Alex. That's so funny that your apartment only lets Canada Post through. How do you, like, what do you do if you order from somewhere that doesn't offer Canada Post? Oh, I guess, do you just have it sent to someone else? I guess that's just like when I used to live in the country with my parents. Like, you could only get things shipped to our P.O. box, and then everything else we would have to get sent to like my grandparents, since we didn't have another option. From the US, you can order from my website. When you click the link in my bio, it will say all US orders here, and that's where you wanna click. Okay, so I've got a bunch of greens kind of fading from green to teal. Let me number them for you, Anne, so that you can let me know which one you would like for her name, or a combination. We can cycle through a few, we can kind of fade from one to the next. Let me know what you like for Suzanne. Theme is seaside or beaches. I would probably default to doing like sandcastles and seashells. And then yeah, do a seashell. 4, 5, 6, okay. Sounds good. Let me put those over here. Wait, that was Anne that said 4, 5, 6, right? Yes. Okay, yeah, sorry. This one isn't a vote. This is just for Anne, because that's what she's choosing for her order. Okay, so we're gonna do Suzanne. And sorry, another question. Do you care if her name, so kind of my default name styles is to stack them or put them down the side. Do you have a preference with side or stacked? I don't know, Jessica. I've never done that before. Okay. I feel like with Suzanne, it is quite a long name, so I would probably stack instead of doing it sideways, just to make sure that I can fit everything well and still have room for doodles. So that is what I'll do then. So Sue, I think I'm gonna split up the two Z's, because double Z is kind of tricky. So let's do Sue. All right, and Anne, when you say seaside, how does this sound to you? A little like sand castle over here, and then some little like shells, kind of shells and starfish, accenting around it. Does that sound good to you? I had definitely heard that before, Jessica, that they don't teach that anymore. Which, honestly, I had such ugly cursive. So I hated using it. But I feel like it's still probably a good skill to learn. Sorry, Gypsy, no black journals in my near future. Not opposed, I just don't have one in the works. Closest I have is my dark brown espresso journal. Okay, and then let's get my tan colors in here. We are going to do white gel pen on there, don't worry. Just not right now. I'll do that last. Okay, and do you have a preference if I do like sparkles or something on the letters, kind of like we did here for Chelsea? Oh, I keep bumping my stand. Like shells and sparkles overlapping with the letters, or would you rather just have the shells and maybe little sparkles on the sidelines and then the typical like highlight lines that I usually do on letters? Just if you have a preference, can you let me know? Why don't I ever use this color? It's always so pretty when I actually do use it. Highlights on the letters? Okay, perfect. Then let's do just a few of those little guys and then a few shells and sparkles on the side. Okay, perfect. Starfish. Ooh, I haven't announced the pre-made journal colors yet. And I'm not doing it now. They're a surprise. Yes, it is a Oh, Alex, I'm sorry. I read part of your comment from the corner of my eye. Yes, there will be color options for sure. I read part of your comment from the corner of my eye and then moved on to something else in my brain. Sorry, what were you saying about pre-made journals before? Oh, that you got me doing. Oh. Well, great. I can't wait to hold them in my hands and just see them in real life instead of just my digital copy and samples. Alrighty. Oh, sorry, do I have hair on here again? I always have hair on my... Just shedding like no one's business. Let me show you the pre-made journals here. For those of you who are asking about those, yes, it is like it's a completely hand-drawn journal that I designed on my iPad, which is currently in production. Well, the journal itself is done. It's being shipped out on Thursday. which is a huge milestone, but then shipping and customs and all of that always takes longer than you think. So I don't have an exact drop date for that, but I would love to show you. Oh, that's what I saw you say. Tomorrow's your birthday. Okay, we have so many birthdays around this time because Stephanie was here yesterday and it was her birthday, and Sherry, and then, oh yeah, Kristen's son. Yeah, we've just had birthdays all over the place. Okay, and this was one of the orders for Anne. And Anne, before I move into showing the pre-made journals, do you know what you would like for your cover design? Sorry, that's a stupid question. You wrote it in your notes. Suzanne with the seashell doodle. Done. Can stop asking those questions. And I'm gonna do your next journal right away, Anne. Let me just show you guys the, I spelled seashell like I was doing the tongue twister. I wrote she-cell. Yeah, right, Suzanne double Z. I'll look at my name page when I write it. All right. Thank you very, very much for your order, Anne. I'm gonna come back and do your next one right away. Let me show you guys the pre-made journals that we've been chatting about. Let me show you first the stamps that we were talking about before. I am doing stacked calligraphy stamps like this, which I'm very excited for. Oh yeah, right, if I just zoom in, I can't do the layers. But it will have all of the months. They'll be nice and big so that you can like use it as your title page kind of thing and just color onto it with markers, get a nice gradient or whatever you want, stamp it onto your page. Quick, easy cover page right there. And then the pre-made journal. So it's going to be printed into the same type of journals that I have for my empty journals, same paper thickness, the 5mm dot grid, the bookmarks, everything is very similar. There are more pages. There's 224 pages in this pre-made journal. And yeah, all of them were completely hand-drawn. So you've got yearly spreads, like a year in pixels, an about me page to fill in, some goals. There's a few more goals pages as well. Tetris, a little bookshelf, book reviews, movies, playlist, bingo sheets. And then for the monthly themes, we chose all of these on Instagram together. Cozy Cottage was the January winner of that poll. So again, it's going to be printed into an actual journal. So left side of the page right here for your calendar, and then right side. And it's very, I mean, obviously it's done for you, but it's still very flexible. So you've got like open boxes on every calendar, on every weekly spread that you can use for whatever extra things you need. You also have 8 empty pages at the beginning of the year and 1 empty page every month. February, bows won the vote. So left side is your open page for the month. You can use that for whatever you need. And then right side is the title page, the calendar. It's also undated, so it's not confined to just next year. Weekly spreads. March, we did this little plants theme is what we voted for. And then lots of the months have this light gray calligraphy. And the idea is that you can do your own calligraphy on top of that in a color of your choice. Because as you can see, I love doing like colored calligraphy. I don't want bold black writing for every month. So that is how I'm having that happen in your journals, is just giving you the opportunity to just color it in like a coloring book, do your own calligraphy in whatever color you choose. April, we've got that going on again, and tulips won the vote. Again, like big open boxes on every weekly spread for a to-do list or a shopping list or whatever you need. May, we voted for a pond theme. So that's how it turned out. June, we voted for a seashell theme like this. July, we chose an ice cream truck theme. So you've got your blank page and then title page, 2-page calendar, trackers, memory keeping, weekly spreads. August is one of my favorites. It's the ocean theme. Again, you've got some fun stacked calligraphy that you get to do yourself. I love the calendar page here with like the little whale and then August stretching across the bottom and then another whale. September, we chose a little sardines theme. And then October is our cafe theme. So it's like you're journaling at a cafe. You've got your open journal, croissant latte, journaling supplies. And then throughout the month, everywhere that we would have a little note section, you've got like a little mini journal to write in. So like the weekly spreads, we've got the little coffee doodles. You can do your own calligraphy. And then you've got an open journal here to write your notes or your task list or whatever. November, we voted for a knitting theme. So again, this will all be in a physical journal. So left page, sorry, what? Oh, left page, right page of the calendar. Let me show you the weekly spreads. Left page, all of them are like stitched on with like little stamped lettering. Right page. And then final month, December, we chose a gingerbread theme, which we did in a real custom bullet journal on live, and we just loved how it turned out. So we've got the cookie letters that we did on our live. Again, open spaces to write notes and all that fun stuff. So that is the pre-made journal, which I am so, so excited for. Like I said, they are done. They are being shipped on Thursday. I can't wait to see them in person instead of just seeing my samples. But yeah, I don't have an exact launch date for those, but they are completed and will be on their way very, very soon. Oh, okay. And let me get started on your next journal. And I will answer your question about price point. I see it pinned there. Charmed pom-pom. Yes, you can pick a color on live. Oh, a budgeting journal. I don't know if I have a charm that has to do with money or budgeting. Let me see here. Yes. I will do 2 Zs for Suzanne. I did add one to the card. It's just hard to read because it's so tiny. Pom-pom, that's what you wanted to choose. A pom-pom that's not necessarily green. So I do have the darker green option or more of a teal. We've got black, white, a deeper red, a brighter red. All the colors that you see here are the colors that I have. Colors of pens for Susanna's name page. 312, a zebra mild liner. Oh, what? I don't remember the name. These ones don't have the names written on them, do they? I don't think so. It could be smoke blue. I don't know. And then 346 in Tombow is the darker one. The light brown. Lovely. I actually have one of those sitting out because it didn't fit in here. So let's do that. And then, yeah, so I don't have anything that really has to do with budgeting. I have like a little book, like you're balancing the books. Could do that kind of thing. I'm just seeing if any of these have to do with money, and I just haven't noticed because I don't really see these ones as often. I've got a crown. Looks like wealth, not money. I have a music note. I'm surprised that one hasn't been snatched up yet. The crown? Sounds good. Man, Anne is a double pom-pom club member. First her journal, or first Suzanne's journal, I guess, then her journal. Welcome to the club. Queen of the budget. Yeah. This one is getting away from me. I got it on, but then I just didn't close it quite tight enough, and now it keeps flipping around. There we go. Yes, I got 2 pliers finally, and it has been life-changing. All right, let me get those on for you. Prettyfuls, I usually just wait until they're on live, or I will message them on Etsy. With the new website, like, you do leave an email, so I guess I could email them, but I feel like that's weird, like getting an email from a store that you purchased from being like, hey, you weren't specific enough about your charms. What do you want? But usually that's what I do. I just wait till they're live, and I try to always get everything mailed out by Friday, so if it's been, you know, if it's Thursday afternoon and they haven't made it to a live at all in the week, I'll just message them and say like, hey, are you able to come this evening, or do you want to describe to me what you'd like? Okay, there are the charms. And then for the name page, Primary Bread Loser. That's hilarious. With a bunch of different bread doodles, croissant, muffin, baguette, bagels. Oh, I love that. That's so funny. Okay, let me grab some browns for that. I think this one is gonna be my main one. I feel like my browns go in such a jump from like super light to super dark. I was trying to think if I could fade from one brown to the next, but I don't think I really have a... Oh, nice, Annie. That's hilarious. Do you want... Wait. Bunch of different bread doodles. Colors up to you. Okay. Do you want a different color for the title, the Primary Bread Loser title? Or do you want that to be in brown as well? I do need some pastry charms. I've seen some, but I always end up prioritizing like, oh, Ladybugs is more classic. Like, I always have to limit myself to how many charms I can buy because I would just get too many. But pastry is a good idea. Teddy bears are the next ones that I need to get. Pastry, they're cute, but it's like, I've been trying to get more like niche charms lately that people are like really into that niche, like books, coffee, dogs. You know what I mean? Brown, but maybe a darker brown. Perfect. Let's do a darker brown, and then we'll use the lighter browns for the doodles. Yes, my thoughts exactly. All right, so Primary Bread Loser. I think I'm gonna write bread first. Does that work? Yeah, let's do bread first. I'm gonna wait to do that swirl though until I see where my primary ends up. So okay, let's do just a small one so that I can fit the Y. I'm glad I waited because I want a bigger swirl on the Y. Bread Loser. Okay. Then let me draw some bread. I have like 3 bread ideas in my head, but I feel like Pinterest will have so many more. So I'm gonna search it, even though I'm not like stumped for bread, but I feel like I would like even more ideas. Because we got a lot of space to work with around the edges. Okay, bread doodles. Ooh, I like the pretzel idea on here. The rest of these are kind of chaotic though. It's hard to tell what's going on. Okay, I like some of these. That's cute. I feel like most of these are the same few types that I was already thinking, just done in different art styles, but I'll save maybe one more. And then hop to it. Definitely croissant and a pretzel. Okay, perfect. I like those ideas, and then yeah, like, or those ideas. A baguette, maybe a sourdough loaf. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the pictures that I just saved. Sometimes they just disappear. Yeah, Misty, that's for the 3rd month. March. Okay. Let me do, I'm gonna start off with the croissant because that's one of my favorite ones to doodle. Start off with that and then we'll draw around it there. I'm gonna add more detail to all of these with a different layer. Yeah, and then let's do a sandwich loaf. Oh, sorry, I'm getting close to the edge there where you guys can't see. All right, and then I'm trying to decide if I should do like some sparkles or some other like a little butter knife or I don't know, jam or something, or just sparkles or like those ribbon looking sort of swirls. What do you guys think? Oh, wheat stalks. Yeah, I could do that. Could do some wheat stalks. Yeah, I could. Red knife and sparkles. Sparkles or swirls. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna do a few swirls in the lighter color then. And Annie, would you like just the highlights on the letters again? Or would you like to have sparkles going over top of the letters? Highlights, okay, lovely. All right, and then let's get white gel pen. Alrighty, and then Anne, oh, my computer screen went to sleep. For your cover design, okay, budget journal with a calculator or money doodle. Sounds good. Budget journal, calculator / money. All right, thank you so much for your order, Anne. For those of you who weren't here the whole time, Anne ordered 2 journals. The one for herself, she did a pom-pom charm and then a gold crown, and then she's got her title page, and she's gonna have budget journal with a little budget doodle on the front cover. And then she also ordered a gift for Suzanne with a little turtle and a green pom-pom charm, and then a very beachy name page, which is gonna match the cover page. There's gonna be Suzanne with a little shell on here. Thank you so much for your order, Anne. I appreciate all of the support that I've been getting from you guys. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just about to go off. Kayla, oh no, false alarm. Well, I mean, good, false alarm, but oh no, ER. Flip you around. I missed the first R. Oh, yeah. You guys are funny. The little things you notice, it's just not thick enough, but I'll put one there just because you told me to. Thank you guys so much for joining the live today. Thank you for the orders, of course, and just for being here. I appreciate all of you guys showing up. I am planning to be live tomorrow afternoon, and I'm thinking either tomorrow or Thursday of maybe trying to do the gold foil part on live. I don't know how much interest there is in that. If you guys mostly just like seeing like the doodle process and stuff like that, I don't need to, but I know the other day some people expressed interest in seeing like, you know, the whole personalization process, including the covers. So I'm considering cutting the foil for all of the current orders that are stacked behind me and then foiling them on live tomorrow, or heat pressing them on. I'm not sure about that, but either way, I will be live tomorrow, planning to be there in the afternoon, and I do always let you guys know a more specific time on my Instagram stories. That's also where I'm going to post the replay from tonight. So we covered a lot of ground tonight. We finished the month of July with all, oh, actually I didn't do the white gel pen on some of the weekly spreads because I just did one, and then while it was drying, I started customizing Ann's journal, and then that's just what I kept doing, and I completely forgot about this. So let me keep doing white gel pen while I'm talking to you guys. Oh, primary bread loser. That's what she wanted on her title page. It's a budgeting. She's going to use it as a budgeting journal. But anyways, on my Instagram story, what else was I saying? Oh yeah, I am planning to upload the live tonight, or from tonight, and post it on Instagram tomorrow. And we did do all of the weekly spreads for July. We also did a little bit of a tutorial on some cheater calligraphy. So if that interests you, you can catch that on the replay as well. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you for being here, and I will hopefully see you in another live later this week. And don't forget, if you do decide to place an order, use the code livestream and then let me know when you're here so that I can actually pack it with you on live. Alex, I'll for sure be on Thursday. I don't usually do weekend, but I occasionally do Fridays. So for sure Thursday, possibly another option. Thank you guys so much. Have a good